Hello and welcome back to the Asylum Jam. It's the fourth part now, but I'm not. All the voting's over, so I'm gonna play these special games who won actually. So this is the game that came in third place. It's called the Devoured Dead by Space Octopus Studios. That was the name. So yeah, I want to check them out since they won, and let's begin. Oh. Okay. So that has to be not visible. Yeah, that's about right. Alright, I don't know why there's... Oh yeah, it's a point and click adventure. Man, I want to click that thing first. Oh, so we are the floating thing. The bootlegger. I came here as a guest once. At the time, I was just passing through. I do recall that much. I was greeted by my gracious host, the owner of the house. He had opened the place up to travelers from all places. The next time, it was under more unpleasant circumstances, and I moved through these halls under the cover of darkness. I was starved, confused. My impulse was to make a quick theft, collect what I could from the old man's private collection upstairs, and turn what little money I could find from it. Alright. Oh. Oh, what the hell's happening? Oh god, what are we doing? I am devoured. Okay, I have to say the sounds are pretty good. I like the sounds. So we can go into that black thing. Let's go to the other side first. No, maybe we should check out the story of this side. I think every thing has a story. Yeah, we've seen that. Maybe we can try to do it fast. Can get the key. Alright. Can we get this? No, we can't. Maybe if we're fast enough. Oh, it's coming back. Oh, does this help anything? Oh, I guess it did. It seems like if we are in the darkness, we can... Right. Oh yeah, so that's how we hide. So it like finds the light. Alright, like it. I couldn't help myself. I treated myself to a taste of the old man's liquor stock. And that's when my plan began to form. Certain that he had more supplies in his kitchen than he could possibly keep stock of, I resolved to start here and carve out something not unlike a legitimate life for myself. It really looks amazing, well, I have to say that. From the looks of it, they would deserve the third spot, definitely, or even higher. I found a passage while rummaging through the pantry here. A dank, moist little tunnel that spiraled down in the bowels of the house. It was there that I set up my operation. The house's owner was absent, away on some trip, and I set myself to work, putting together a makeshift still. Liquor was forbidden, and I was sure that I could turn my fortune around by manufacturing something quickly and cheaply, safely outside of suspicion by operation beneath the house of a modern-day aristocrat. It's barricaded. Well, we saw the pickaxe, but I couldn't really pick it up. And we just have a key, so I think we'll have to go back. We have to hide? No. How do we go back to... Can we? Oh, are we stuck here? Or do we need to go up? Almost seems like we can't go back. Oh, we can pick it up. I don't know why I couldn't do it earlier, but... Alright. Is he coming back? Let's just go fast. The old man, the one who loved the place. He had brought something back with him from his latest trip. I had been working unnoticed in the basement for months when it showed up. Arriving, a horrific thing with malice in its eyes, greeting me from behind a cage in the room I had once used for my operations. I saw no mouth, but the creature's teeth glistened at me in the darkness of the basement. Those teeth, they contorted, twisted, upwards into an alien mockery of a smile, jagged and cracked. I ran, certain that the old man had some trophy in his personal quarters I could use to defend myself. As I forced my way through that small tunnel to the kitchen, I heard the steel of the thing's cage buckle and break behind me. Amazing. It's really well written, the story. I love it. That was a desert cage. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, where's the light? Whew. That was close. Those are the chains. Man, that's a big chain. So that's... I guess that's the thing following us? Can we do something in the basement? We pressed the cage, so I don't know if we got something out of that. I didn't really see anything else glowing, so... It seemed to be it. Oh, I keep pressing that thing. It was an accident. Oh, I didn't even see there was a door. Whoa. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, what the hell? Damn. Oh, the chairs float. Oh, man. This is really cool. I love it. They definitely deserve their spot. Or like I said, even higher. That is amazing. I was overtaken with fear. I had not intended to threaten the old man, but my mind was burning with questions. I needed an answer. Any answer to calm myself. I heard him outside, and in mistaking him for a thing from the basement, aimed a pistol I had found in the old man's dresser at the door. He stood, staring at me in the silence as I demanded to know what happened. My hands, shaking in a moment, pulled against the trigger with enough force to fire. I recall quite clearly that the old man was unharmed, but he fled down a hallway in a clear attempt to escape me. That was when the hallway seemed to swallow him whole, pulling him deeper into some dark recess of the house and outside of my view. So the thing we kinda are followed by. It does look gorgeous, the game. Oh, we're back here? Can we go back to that place then? No, it's still closed. I'm really confused now. Oh. Yeah, we didn't check this door. Don't know if we could, but... Just like the owner of the house, I too was swallowed up by those endless twisting hallways before eventually spit out into some other bedroom. I had no chance to get my bearings. I remember now, but I ran. Blood pumped fast, drowning out any other sounds the house may have made as it rushed through my ears. A whisper clouded my ears, assuring me that there would be no escape from this place. Soon, I found myself outside of the Grant's house library. The place was familiar to me, after the weeks I spent there, learning the craft that I practiced in the basement. But as I approached it, on that night, I was filled with a sudden dread, my heart icing over with fear. I turned the handle regardless. In some way, I found myself deserving the fate that would await me beyond the door. Whatever had been there that night turned me into what I am now. Right. I thought we saw something flashing here. Oh, fuck, that scared me. Oh, damn. Where did the light go? Crap. It just broke or something. No! No, don't go down. No, it's broken. Go up, go up. I didn't... Alright, I'm back. For some reason my recording just stopped, so... kinda had to wait. Should we try the other side? Oh, alright. I'm hosting a researcher from abroad, whom I had invented due to her experience with exotic animals. I had hoped to get some information regarding that thing I had brought back from my latest expedition. Oh, so we're now in the old man's story actually. Actually, I haven't finished the other one. Did we? I'm not sure if that was the end or not. We shared a drink from my private collection, outlawed under official law, but not much of an offense for a man of means. And I discussed the possible origins of the beast. My words faltered, and I excused myself momentarily under the guise of placing the key to my collection in its proper place upstairs. Alright, so that's the key we got. It's locked. That's why we need the key. So it's actually all their memory. No, 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 no. Alright, did we get the key? I didn't see it. Think we did. Yeah. Despite my best efforts, I was unable to convoy my quest exactly what I had taken with me from my Arctic expedition. Oh, it's getting hard to talk now. And as we savored our drink, I found myself wondering if there would be any way for her to help without exposing her to danger presented by the beast. I tried explaining the way it had stalked us on the snow, leaving behind footprints that seemed to move in all directions at once, and approaching from paths it could not have rationally had access to. But my companion was unfettered, as she laughed into yet another theory based on what little information I could provide. We retired into the kitchen for a small bite, to accompany our slaked thirst. Let's go to the kitchen. My quest put forth rather fantastical theories regarding the thing's possible nature. As I recall, she gleefully recounted the potential ramifications of having discovered a freshly speciated manner of beast, offering to dissect and examine it personally. They're all really hard to pronounce. My attempts to explain the havoc of the creature had wreaked on my expedition crew fell on deaf ears, and despite my initial protests, I had found myself leading my guests down to the boiler room, where I had locked the beast away just after my return. So that's what we saw. We don't have the pickaxe. We couldn't take it last time. I do understand all the words, but it's just hard to pronounce them because, well, I'm not native English, so... But I really like the dialogue. It's really well made. And the graphics as well. It's all done in 48 hours, so it's still amazing. All the details and stuff, I like it. Let's go to the basement. As I stared at that empty cage, I felt the same cold, untempered fear that had haunted me in the final hours of my expedition. That thing that had stalked me and my men on the frozen Arctic waste had been released. They had nearly escaped its containment as we passed through Vermont. My fury got the better of me, and I rashly accused my guests of having taken my prize for her own personal gain. In my haste, I ordered her to seek shelter elsewhere in the house, and investigated the damaged boiler room myself. It soon became clear to me that I had been wrong in my initial assessments, and someone else had assisted the beast in its escape. Fearing for the life of my guests, I rushed to my quarters, fully intent of arming myself against the beast, now prowling to my home. Nope, know what's gonna happen now? Not with me. So, someone broke into his house for the starting liquor trading. Did he release the beast? I did. No, we read it, but there's all so much happening. Oh. Where do we go? Yeah, we went this way. Oh no. I couldn't even do anything. I couldn't even move. Man, that was hard. Are there like 3 stories? Try to skip through this one again to see his story again. Alright, oh. Now we did get the right way now. Last time we just flew upside down and kinda caught me off guard. I like it this way though, it's really cool. It's a bit hard to control since for some reason my taskbar stays on the bottom, so I can't really click anything. I had once, in a moment of poor judgment, opened my home to visitors passing through the small town. It quickly grew to be renowned as a fantastic place for weary travelers, with meals catered by my serving staff. This was, of course, back in the days where I had staff. Is it staff staff? I don't know, it should stay staff. But as I made my way to my chambers, I found myself confronted by a ghost from those past days. A man I had once offered shelter to stood before me in my own private chambers, brandished my own pistol at me, and demanding an explanation for what he had seen. So that's the guy we just saw in the story. His first panic shot missed me, but just barely. I stumbled backwards, making my way to the guest chambers, when the floor tumbled out from under me and sent me sprawling into a room I had never seen in my house before. Man, that's insane. Okay, so now we have to make sure we don't go down. It's probably the same thing will happen now. I do not know how long I was trapped in that alien space, divorced of all sense of myself. But when I returned to the familiar hallways of my home, I immediately tried to attend to my guests. Her room had been torn apart, as if some feral animal, but dust had long settled over what remained. Fearing the worst and unsure if my eyes could still be trusted, I retired to my private library in hopes of finding some way to steady my nerves. Oh yeah, really, the light disappears. I knew what was gonna happen, but it still scared me in some way. Oh, it's broken here as well. What the hell? Oh, so there's no way we can win this thing. So we were supposed to die last time. I am devoured. Right, so that was the ending last time. I think so. So I think there's one more story of it. The scientist one. This one. So I guess that's the guest. I remember this place. I was invited here. It is a guest. Something regarding a catalog? My host, David Marescu, met me in a study, offering a glass of brandy. Or was it scotch? Some forbidden, carefully crafted dark liquor for certain. He kept the key to the cabinet somewhere upstairs. We know where it is now. Is the monster coming? No. Oh, yeah. Just mispressed, but that's fine. Alright, we know what to do. We shared a fair few drinks as we discussed his recent trip abroad. To some distant and cold wastelands. After some time he invited me to the kitchen, seeking my consultation in regard to some strange beast he had come across on his latest expedition. Despite my many attempts at acquiring more information on the creature, my host seemed reluctant to divulge, or perhaps he was incapable of forming an accurate description. Yeah, I didn't really want to talk about it. A lot of stuff had happened with it. After no small amount of effort, he began to describe the creature, first in small parcels of information, primarily relating to me what the creature was not. But before long my host's eyes flashed with excitement as he recounted the tale of his capture of, whatever it may have been, a wild-eyed, sinewy creature of some forsaken continent or another, both lumbering and impossibly fast, glistening on the snow and interceptable save for the sounds it made. His description of the thing was beyond anything I had come across in my research. A being that defied the natural order of what I knew to be true. When my host informed me that it was safely caged away in his basement, I had no choice. I implored him to show me your beast downstairs, if you know what I mean. Sorry for that. Couldn't resist. We need to get the pickaxe. Or the axe. I always say pickaxe. I think it's just a normal axe. Yeah, it's a normal axe, no pickaxe. Alright. Let's head to the basement again. I do like it. It has a lot of story in it. Didn't expect it to be. For having this low amount of time is a good story for it. Pardon me. He was angry at first, seething at me through clenched teeth, eyes aflame with accusation. I was unsure of what I had done, and terrified for my life. I believe that Mr. Marescu recognized the fear in my eyes, and knew then that I was not to blame for whatever had happened. There had been a cage, or rather, the remains of one, twisted and warped out of its original shape. Had my host not told me what it used to be, I never would have known. After a sudden shift in countenance, he unsheared me upstairs, directing me to a chamber secreted away from the far side of the quarters. He's protecting me. So we got that story. We thought it was her, but it didn't. It was someone else. Really wonder if we get to see the monster eventually. We kinda see it, but you know, it's just a dark aura. Wonder if we can see the full monster. or at least like I know, some sort of art, how it looked. Alright. It's really hard, like upside down. We made it. Don't think there's something there. No, easy chairs. There had been a great howl, a noise that to me felt like the heavens themselves tearing asunder. It felt as if it was not only emanating from the space beyond the door, but from every bit of air around me. In that moment, I knew nothing of hesitation. I recall it with such clarity that I must resist even now the temptation to do as I did then. I made for the guest quarters, intent on gathering my belongings, and rushed to the exit without ever looking back. The same pit of dread that knotted in my stomach then moves once more in me now. The thing that my rescue had brought me back. It was all at once within the house in some physical sense, and a part of it in some other, unknowable manner. Gotta drink a bit. My mouth got a little dry. My room had been changed. Something else moved within it. Something alien and malevolent, changing the geometry of the corners each time my eyes were carelessly enough to stray from them. One moment the small guest room was an enclosure unfit for a house cat, yet in the blink of an eye it had become too large for me to see either wall from what had once been the center of the room. In a blind panic, I threw myself at the door, scrambling to find purchase on the handle. I clawed for freedom, and my breath caught in my throat at the sight of what I lay beyond. Stretched across a vast, unmoving ocean of nothing, I found myself looking at the private section of my host's library. As the blood in my veins froze to ice, I took a tentative step forwards onto the warped wooden floor. We know where to go. Oh yeah, there is no way we can go now. Yeah, I can try. Oh, can we go this way? Oh, we can go this way. Oh. Oh, we actually made it. I didn't know we had to do that. Whatever my host had brought back from his trip now lay in wait for me somewhere in the library. I could feel his gaze fixed on me as I crossed the room, struggling to understand how I had moved so quickly from my room to this place. It wanted something from me. I could hear a sound, not unlike a voice coming from somewhere within the room, indistinct yet still bursting with clarity. A guttural declaration that it would not rest, would not let me be free of the house until I had taken not just my life, but the essence of life from me. And so it went about its ghastly work in very room. I know not what became of my host, or any other unfortunate souls who wandered into the place unaware of the dangers present within. But I know my own fate now, and that is enough. Wow. That was really good. Applause on the creators, which you see right here. You can't vote anymore, they already are in third place, but do check their game out, do follow them. You can follow the creators, and you can see when they make a new game. So I'll put the game result page in the description, you can see it, you can find it. And if you want to play the game yourself, maybe see the other two ending stories, because I couldn't really reach it. You can try to do that. It's probably like kind of the same ending, but yeah, then you have still something to look forward to. So think I'm going to end it here. I'm gonna play the other 2 games in other episodes because it was kind of long, but don't really want to cut things out of it because that would lose the story of it. So thank you all very much for watching. Support the creator for the team of the creators for their can't really talk today, for their amazing job, and see you next video. Goodbye.